Sonia Delaunay's art invites us to look at the world with fresh eyes, to see beauty in everyday objects, and to embrace color in all its forms. Her innovative spirit and creative genius continue to inspire artists and art lovers alike. Sonia Delaunay was a French artist born in what is now the Ukraine to Jewish parents in 1885. She spent most of her artistic life in Paris, working with painting before expanding her practice to include textile, fashion, and set design. One of her first striking paintings, where her use of color was evident, is a portrait that she made in 1907 when she was 22 and had studied in Paris. We can clearly see the influences of Matisse, Van Gogh, and Gauguin. Delaunay was a trailblazer in the art world, co-founding the Orphism art movement with her husband Robert Delaunay. Orphism, also known as simultaneism, was all about color and light. It was a form of cubism that focused on pure abstraction and bright hues, creating a sense of rhythm and movement. Sonia's work, in particular, stands out for its dynamic compositions and the seamless integration of art into everyday life. This is a large-scale work by Delaunay, dated to 1912 to 1913, and is named Bal Bullier after a dance hall in Paris. It was close to a restaurant frequented by the Delaunays as well as their friends. Artists and poets had taken up with the dance hall to dance the new foxtrot and the tango, which had been introduced in Paris a few years earlier. In the painting, we see Sonia Delaunay's fascination with the swirling colors representing the dancing figures. But the shared vocabulary Sonia and Robert developed in the 1910s and 20s, the bisected circles and radial segments that fill both of their canvases, can be hard to parse when museums display the two painters together, as they often do. This is an example of Robert Delaunay's work, known as Simultaneous Windows on the City from 1912, while Sonia's Prisme électrique from 1914 shows bolder colors. Although she had been interested in fashion and clothing from an early age, it wasn't until later during her time in Paris that she began working in this field. Due to the Russian Revolution, Sonia's family could no longer help her financially, which in turn led to economic consequences for her, Robert, and their son. As a result, she devoted herself to creating clothes as a means of making money. For example, this dress from 1913 is a perfect illustration of how Delaunay brought her artistic vision to life through fashion. The geometric patterns and bold colors create a sense of movement and harmony, making the wearer a living canvas. Tapping into Art Deco, not only did her designs become very popular, but also Sonia Delaunay's textiles became widely sought after. Although she made clothes for private clients and friends, in 1923 she created 50 fabric designs using geometrical shapes and bold colors, commissioned by a manufacturer from Lyon. This led to her opening a store in 1924, the Boutique Simultanée, in Paris. Following this, she designed costumes for sets and theatrical performances, such as this costume from a 1926 movie.